Hey there, guys. I guess this is on my own page, but my name is Jenna Apgar, in case someone else needs this. And I kind of want to go through some of the things I've been working on as it kind of applies to my friends and my family, because I'm really excited about them, and you're going to probably not be able to see them for the next 3 or so weeks. And it really just comes down to kind of the mission we've had personally and professionally with my job. Over the last several years, as many of you know, I've been running my first blogging and then freelancing, and now I have my own full agency, and that's been really cool. You know what? I'm going to take one moment and stop, and I'm going to hop over here and make sure I'm doing this right, because I'm using a new software, and I am not sure it works out so well. By the way, if y'all can hear me, please just let me know in the comments so that I know that it's working. I am trying to use a new software called Be Live, because I know I'm going to be doing tons of these Facebook posts, both on different pages and in different groups that I'm working on the next couple of weeks. So I hope it works. If so, if you could just let me know if you're watching. I can't see who's watching from this particular screen. But some of the things that I've noticed that have been really troubling to me is I can build a business owner a system and they don't make money. I see business owners spending all this money on systems and it's not working. And so I just kind of want to talk about the 3 big reasons that I see that are just not working, and not just like, oh, thanks, David. I appreciate that greatly. But why that I see time after time, both with my clients with my warfare marketing agency and with my members with Business Growth Network, why I see people struggling. And that kind of goes into some of the things that I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks with some clients of mine and friends of mine, mentors of mine, a lot of people involved. Let's see if I'm going to try to use the fancy tools. Okay, cool. What if you had an extra $1,000 in monthly reoccurring revenue? That's what that MRR stands for. And the reason I even asked that question is because $1,000 in extra revenue every month means so much to so many people. I'm in like 3 different mom groups. I live on the cusp of Frisco, McKinney, and Plano. And in each one of those groups, it is not uncommon to see a woman just struggling, and if she will literally say, if I just had an extra $100 a month, is there some at work home I can do? And I can point her in several directions, and I don't know if they just don't believe in themselves or they don't think it's possible, but it's really frustrating to know that somebody is struggling and yet they don't know the different things out there, or they go towards directions that are not really good directions for them. You know, they're going towards MLM that cost a lot of money up front. One of them just went out of business. A couple of my own friends and family went into like beauty control, and I just read that it's gone now, just gone. And that really frustrates me. And the worst one is when you have women who are in abusive relationships with kids, and they stay in those relationships because they have been stay-at-home so that they can take care of their kids, spend time with their kids, make sure their kids, have that really strong traditional family, just environment that's safe. And I don't care if you're a work at home or you're a stay at home, the world needs a few stay at home moms. But those women don't have alternatives, and they don't know how to do the things. And the things that I've done, I built while at home. Now, granted, I had the supporting cast of my husband, John, but what I did build, I built at home, and literally anybody can do it. I was just pointing out to someone, I have a special light system I had to buy just because I could never film during the day when it was bright outside, and now I can. So there was a hump, a mountain, and I just solved it really quick, because if you want to work at home, if you need that extra income, and what that monthly recurring revenue is the ability, it's like a paycheck, right? It's the ability to let go of the job you have. It's the ability to factor that revenue into your monthly budget and to actually start planning, whether that's for college education, whether it's to build a bigger business, or for us, we got our own office. I'm sitting in it right now. All the different things that you can do with that. And so I just want to cover real quick those 3 things and kind of what we're doing and what you're going to be seeing on my posts and my feed moving forward. So the very first one that we see all the time with our agency clients and our member clients is there's no system or it's an incomplete system. So if you can see, which direction am I? Back here, I have a customer value journey, and this has kind of been, that's on board is, I printed that like a year ago, and we keep on changing it and editing it and adding new things to it and moving it around, and we're about to build another graphic to replace it. But we have a lot of people, I just got a message today, they're building a website. Yay, congrats. A website's not doing anything for you. It's really not, especially the way most web designers do it, the way that it's been traditionally. It's more like a business card at best. You've got your home page. It tells about you. Your contact page, it says how they can contact you. Maybe some services all about what you. Everything is talking about you, and nothing is about the client. Nothing tells them or walks them through or adds value. And none of it is systematized. You've got one tiny piece of one tiny block. You have no awareness traffic. You have no engagement. And if you do have engagement where you've done some social media posts or you've done some blog posting, it's not been systematic. It's not put anybody into any kind of system, any kind of contact, nothing. So it's just kind of out there and floating. If you have a subscription type phase, you're probably asking for, hey, would you like to subscribe? No, I would not like extra spam in my inbox. They're not adding value, and a lot, especially with my consultants, they're scared to add value, like somebody's going to take their system. No, you're not willing to build a system. Your competitors are not either. But there are a lot of competitors who do build a system, and they're doing really great. You're like, why is everyone doing better than me? That's a big one, because people are afraid to ask for that email address, or I don't want to be like that salesperson, that's making all that money over there. But having that system and then walking them through the process to kind of get them to know them gradually, right? Not to jump in their face and, hey, buy my, $1,000 a month coaching program, or buy my, what are some of the things that some of our clients sell? I have an oil pan magnet, $1,000 a month school for toddlers, law services, legal services. So these are not just things that are like, oh, you crazy internet person. The clients I work with have real, sometimes brick and mortar companies, and they're serving people and providing them something that's a value to the community, and they can't solve it because they never walk people through a systematic approach that helps people understand what they do in a way that it applies to the client, right? They don't have the emails. They don't have the systematic CRMs. They don't have social media posts that build influence and engagement and drive people into that initial system, not into a sell. Everybody wants to, like, I want sales on social media. No, you want to engage people on social media and drive them into your sales system. And then once you get them to buy, to keep making sure that those people that you keep on, touching base with them, that they understand what value you're providing, and that you keep providing them value, both free and letting them know how you can help them in different, financial and profitable ways. And then going back, and here's another one that everyone misses is, I forget which way I'm going here, right here, the advocate, just asking people for a review. I don't understand, especially when we are working with friends, why is it so hard to ask somebody that we've done a good service for, we've provided a quality product for, and especially if we're friends, why wouldn't you ask them to review you on Facebook or LinkedIn or Yelp or wherever it is that you do your reviews or would provide you the most value? That's really simple, and it just usually is about asking, and then putting a systematic way for people to become your referrals, not just expecting people, oh yeah, you should refer me because I'm awesome. No, how about you refer me because I'm going to give you 20% of all my agency fees, unless there's some weird, where I have to charge for something else, but I'll give you 20%. I sell 1,000, here's $200 kickback. You're like systematizing your promotion and your referrals. Like realtors are really great at this. There are certain people who are wonderful at this, and then the small business owner just misses it. So that's number one, is just not having a complete system or no system at all, right? All right, and then number two, not driving traffic to the system. So bad with fingers. That big box right there, that's all awareness. I have people and members and clients who will build everything else. They will pay for super expensive websites and funnels and videos and social media and everything else, and never drive initial traffic. I was in the digital marketer, and you said social media, is not good for driving out initial awareness. No, it's not good, consistent awareness at all. Why? Because it's not consistent. The whole goal is 24/7 to have things just going out there that are building you business and leads and profits. And you don't want to pay for Google ads, and you don't want to pay for Facebook ads, and you don't want to pay for Yelp ads, and you don't want to pay someone to consistently work on LinkedIn to organically bring you in targeted leads. You don't want to do any of that. And you don't want to pay a social media manager, and you don't want to pay for a business manager. There's none of this that you want to pay for, and yet you want to think that you've built this. You've paid like $30,000 or more, depending on which client I'm talking to, for this entire system, and you don't want to turn the faucet on and put water in it. I'm not sure how that works out, but it drives me insane when perfectly educated business owners build systems and then they don't want to drive traffic to it, or they want to complain about how much costly it can be to drive traffic. And the next one is shiny object syndrome. And I'm going to see if I'll put my smart glasses on, right? Draw a little picture. Let's see if you can see that. You see the shiny too. Here's the other problem, and this one, I'm the biggest offender of this, because me and my ADD, ADHD mind, I just can't let it go. And on the internet, it's even worse where I'm doing research. But if you've listened this far, if you've ever come to one of my Monday trainings, the Friday trainings at RPN, watched any of my videos that we've put together, if you've ever been on the internet searching for a problem to business, you've seen 100 different problems, right? And the reason is you're here and you have a pot of gold, whatever that may be, whether it's college tuition, whether it's that $1,000 a monthly recurring revenue, a new boat, a bigger house, getting out of the rent space and actually being able to buy your own house. But you have this goal over here, this pot of gold, but you're over here. You've got some shark-infested waters, or at least some pitfalls that you're terrified of falling into. And you see something and somebody tells you need SEO, or you need to build a business, or you need $1,000 a monthly recurring revenue. They keep telling you need all these things. And you start building the bridge to that one. My marker's not going to work. And then you stop because it gets hard, because you find a technical issue that you can't get over the hump for, because someone else tells you you need to be doing this crazy social media marketing thing, or you need to be doing webinars, and you stop and you never get to your pot of gold. And so you start doing that other thing that someone else told you you need to be doing. Oh, you know what? There's this other work at home opportunity. I could be a real estate agent. And you start following that one, and you stop again, and you don't finish that one. And you do it again and again and again and again, and you never actually complete this. And I am the worst offender. I think most marketers have this issue, this idea of shiny objects. We just keep on following them. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of revenue. That's a lot of time that you're spending to get to those points, and you're never finishing them. So even building the process that I've been working on the last 3 months, one of the things I had to dedicate myself to building, because I wanted to give the templates for the landing pages, the thank you pages, the sales pages, the things that are critical for business owners to have, no matter what kind of business you're in, brick or mortar, internet, and everything. If I wanted to build profitable working templates that I can send to somebody else, I needed to build them first, and I needed to focus on niching, and I needed to follow all the rules that I'm going to do. You've got to build one whole bridge, and it doesn't even have to be great. It can be a rickety one. It can be a basic webinar that nobody watches. It can be a Facebook Live where you've only got 0 viewers. It just needs to build a bridge. And once you start building the right bridges in the right order, then you can start chasing shiny objects to keep on building more bridges until you've got this Golden Gate bridge thing going on. And you're not worried about him because you've got plenty of foundation all the way around. But that is a system. It is knowing your niching and testing your niche so you know that there's actual customers. It's building those initial landing pages. You don't need a whole website. You need a landing page you need thank you pages, and you may not know what that is, but that's kind of what you need because it provides you a lot of other opportunity to this crazy thing called retargeting. The ability to have not just a business card, but a business card that has an opportunity to go to that landing page to get some value, real value, and move on to the thank you page. So I've kind of like gone all over this, and I don't care which word you build. I've been working the last 3 months on building a bridge that I'm hoping anybody can build. And about a little over a year ago, we partnered with DigitalMarketer, who we get all of our training from, and their goal was to double the size of 10,000 businesses by 2020. And that's great. I'm not trying to double 10,000 businesses. That's their goal, not mine. But we did break off a piece of that. So my goal, the goal of my agency of Warfare Marketing and Business Growth Network is to double the business of 100 businesses. Just 100, but highly documented over the next year. So I want 100 volunteers, clients, members that I can get really down into the weeds with and in a highly documented way. Hi, Teresa. And actually start building those bridges one by one systematically that it takes to build that. Thanks, Teresa. To build those bridges so you can get to that first 1,000. Because if you can get to your first 1,000, you can get to your first 1,000 every month. And if you can get to your first 1,000 every month, you can get to a $10,000 launch to a $50,000 launch. And those numbers seem crazy to certain people, but it's not. I'm going to ask Teresa a question. Where's your landing page? Show your link. I know you've got one. She's been speaking with us and helping. But I want you to be able to work through the right order to build the right pieces to build the machine that can get you to doubling wherever you're at now, year over year over year. And we partnered with another client who's actually a consulting client of ours, Kyvio, who their mission was to build a system that made it as easy as possible for people to do this. And for the last 3 months, I've been working on systematizing what it is I do for my clients who we've actively doubled the size of their business, or we've doubled their revenue, we've doubled butts and seats, we've doubled the event attendance. There's Teresa. She says, I'm in. Yay. Don't laugh, though, about it. It's very, very serious. And I'm going to create some sheets so we can see where everybody's at so that we can track it because that's really important. It's not doubling your business if you have no idea where your business is at. If you don't know and you're not tracking your revenue and you're not tracking your conversions and you're not tracking your traffic, you have to be able to do those. And our partner, Kyvio, for the last 3 months, we've been building a 30-day system. And that might be rushing it a little bit. 30 days is going to be for the person who is really dedicated to building a system out. In theory, I would love for it to just be, an hour a day. But I also recognize that each of those days, some days I'm on there for 30 minutes, just me talking. And that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you have, a busy lifestyle and you've got 3 kids and you've got a job and you've got a husband and a wife and a lawn to mow and all these things that are spinning around, I know 30 minutes can be a lot. But if you are one of my friends out there, yes, Teresa, you just said yes to doubling your business and your revenue. I know it's going to be super tough, right? But I wanted to make sure that each one of my friends, each one of my family members, if you have any inclination to, making that $1,000 and to moving on, and you don't mind spending 30 days to get there, we're launching with Kyvio the My First 1,000, and it's going to be a lot on Facebook, so it does require you to have a Facebook account. But in there, starting not today, but next Monday, for 1 hour for 5 days straight, we'll be putting the first 9 lessons I put together, kind of wrapping those up. And it will have me, it will have a gentleman by the name of Aiden, who is great at affiliates. And if you don't know what affiliates are, that's fine. But it's basically getting a sales commission for selling other people's stuff. And so he'll be discussing on, how to create a product other people can sell, and as well as what it takes to put those together and motivate them and what they need and how you can also do it yourself. So you don't actually have to have a product or a deep dive membership, complicated thing to sell. You can sell other people's stuff using what we're going to be talking about. We're also going to have the founders of Kyvio on there, Neil and Steven, who built this amazing company, who did an awesome launch on AppSumo, who created a product that does take the place of a lot of the pieces we were using. So instead of having to use, and this gets into the tech stack thing that confuses people, Optimize Press with a code as code, Samcart for checkout, Stripe for payment, WordPress with a theme for our website, Optimize Press for opt-ins, email systems, Zendesk for help desk, affiliates we did through Samcart. So, and take all of those, and I did Active Campaign too. But now we're just in Kyvio, handling all those different pieces, handling the checkout, we're also going to ditch our proposal software. And the only thing we're keeping is Active Campaign, because I like how it mingles with Facebook, and I'll talk about that through the 30 days because that's a little bit more complicated. But to wrap all that up in 30 days, and we're going to be taking the initial part and doing that next week. And I really want to invite any of my friends who own their own business and are looking for that monthly recurring revenue. Even if you're not necessarily interested in a membership site, there's a lot of opportunity there just for using it for how you onboard your consulting clients, how you add value consistently over time, how you're doing your billing. So if you're interested in that, the website, I think, is scrolling right here somewhere, is myfirst1000.com and /join the movement, or you can just go to the myfirst1000.com and click join the movement yourself. But that will be starting the next following Monday. And if you have any questions about what I'm doing, I'd love if you just ask them in the comments, and I can put together another Facebook Live. I'll be doing a lot of Facebook Lives the next couple weeks. So there's Teresa using Kyvio for her online course, and it's been really awesome. We've moved over it for our business growth network stuff. I'm even, like I said, moving it over for my agency stuff so I can ditch the proposal software, and so I can start doing what all of my business coaches are telling me to do, which is to productize and to make it super easy so that everyone knows exactly what I'm doing and there's no confusion and everything is in a complete system. So no more taking any clients that do anything. We're taking the system that we've built that doubles businesses for every single one of them who follows the system. And that's all we're going to be selling. And that's what we're doing. And I'm going to be giving, there's going to be a lot of prizes for the giveaways. So I know for people who actively share and get enough people, there's going to be a fully done turnkey business that's going to be built for you with your own membership site, your own traffic, your own ads, your own social, everything completely set up for you. There's also going to be my full 30-day course that I built. If any of y'all know me, especially the ones from either DigitalMarketer, Engage, or our own membership, the BG and Insiders group, I have over 100 templates, over 100 easy just in Evernote, and I've been systematically taking those out. And if I had to walk somebody through to build the system, what templates they needed exactly. So swipe files for email, swipe files for building great copy that sells, the exact process for the entire roadmap overall, how to niche, how to test your business idea, how to write a 30-second sales script like super fast just using Mad Lib, plug and play type stuff, how to build your marketing strategy from start to finish, your avatars, your personas, your product market fit, your statement of values. Like, we're not talking about complicated business, what am I thinking of the word? Business plan. Business plans never made anybody any money. It just kind of set the tone. But everything will be focused around what does someone who knows nothing about what I do in digital marketing and business strategy, how do they systematically build an extra $1,000 a month without the tech stack? What do you need to do? So if you have any questions, please, kind of rambled a little bit. I have no idea how long I've gone for, like maybe 25 minutes. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down below and I'll answer them. And Neil and Aiden and Steven can chime in, and we'll have like my mentor, Ryan Dice, I believe on Thursday, if everything works out, talking about how he's used similar software and business model to, gosh, what did we look at? He has 12,432 members as of yesterday, all at a minimum of $38 a month for over $400,000 in recurring revenue monthly. That's like crazy. Obviously, he has a lot more employees now. It's not just him. But if you're a consultant, if you're a author, if you wanted to be an author, if you are a coach, if you are a marketer, if you sell some kind of service that can be, I'm not saying the service will be automated, but the purchasing can be automated. We've done this for a preschool, for summer camps, for law firms. If any of these are ringing a bell for you, this is something that will apply to you, and I would love to have you, or just have you pick apart my Facebook Lives and make fun of me. Either way, let me know, and I hope to see you all in my first 1,000 and help as many of my friends join the movement and create extra income for their family. Bye, guys.